So you guys know that me and Bev always travel all the time because we have issues. Well, in all of our traveling, there's always something that goes wrong. So I've never experienced something that went horribly wrong. And this trip, we actually found ourselves in a bit of a pickle. Is that is
Yes.
that how you say it? Oh,
yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds weird, but whatever. Okay. We found ourselves. So there was this pickle, and we were in it. Okay, we were in this fucking pickle, and basically, we decided we actually wanted to do this road trip. Super cool. We flew down to or up, I guess technically, to Seattle, Washington. We spent 2 days there, and then we took a train to Portland, Oregon, spent like half a day there, and then took a train back. And then from Seattle, our plan was to fly to San Francisco, spend a day there, and then the next day drive out to Yosemite, and then drive back, and then go on a plane back home. Okay, this was how I imagined it. Okay, this is like everything went perfectly fine. There were so many signs that were telling us like, don't do this trip. But we were like, no, we have to do it. So when we went to Portland, we decided to go to Cartlandia. And our train didn't leave until 6:50 p.m. And by the time we left Cartlandia, it was 3:50. And we really wanted to go to Forest Park. So Forest Park is basically this giant park, and it's just like, it's in the name. It's a park and a forest at the same time, so how cool is that? So we called a Lyft driver, and coincidentally, it was the same Lyft driver who took us to our tattoo before Cartlandia. She picked us up from Cartlandia, and she was like, whoa, how'd you guys get out here? And we were like, yep. Trust me, it's a long story. Not really, we just took another Lyft over here. We told her, well, we want to go to Forest Park, and she was like, oh, where's that at? And so we were like, we don't know. We just kind of Googled it. It was rush hour, and you know, it wasn't really the best idea, but I was telling Bev, you know what, Bev, we can do this. We can make it back in time. And you know, she's the realist, I'm the optimist. Since she's the realist, she was like, okay, you know what, I'll believe in you. I don't think it's possible, but you're my best friend, so I'm just gonna follow your lead. So then I was like, you're worrying too much. By the time we got there, it was close to 5 o'clock. It took us like an hour to get there, and no. Sorry about that, you guys. No. This is horrible. Sorry about that. We ended up putting the wrong address to our Lyft driver. So she took us to this residential area behind Forest Park, and we kind of knew it, and we got out, and we were like kind of like embarrassed to tell her like, oh, this is not the place. But so we just kind of got, because we sat in traffic for an hour, you know, like this poor lady, like she has shit to do, you know, and we're taking up her time. And so what the fuck? And so sorry about that. So this is horrible. So we got out, and she was like, are you guys sure that you guys want to be dropped off here? Like, I could take you to that place. But we're like, no, it's fine. Like, number one, we had no cash on us. Number two, we like were basically broke on our debit cards, and we just didn't want to like put that burden on her, like without giving her some sort of like payment or tip. And so she was like, no, get in, like this is like literally in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna find any Uber driver anywhere near here. And so we were like she's just pulling our leg, but she insisted, so we got back in, and she took us to the bottom, and we found this trail. This trail has not been used in a while. It was just basically a dirt road, and there was cement, but basically there was like a lot of like greenery on it, and so you could tell people haven't walked on it in a while.
We are lost. We don't know where we are. I have to pee. And where are you, Forest Park? Well, this is Forest Park, but part of it.
This is a horrible trail. I'm scared.
Crazy. We're just getting called to get murdered, honestly. This is hey, I see cement.
Ooh.
I see cement.
Civilization.
And the cement. Oh, upstairs. We're making progress. This is not the end. This is just the beginning.
Oh my god, Bev.
Almost died. That's okay.
We were trying to find a way out and we couldn't.
Oh, I see a sign.
You see what?
A sign.
Okay.
This is
Go back.
go back, turn around. Danger.
Oh, I wish I had a knife.
I wish I had a second bladder. What does it say? It says the same thing.
Bridge trail.
This way?
Ridge rail and ridge trail. Wait, now I'm stupid.
What's a ridge rail?
The T is missing.
No, let's just go.
This way?
Yeah, because that looks.
New one.
Yeah.
Puppy. Oh, there's a person.
Okay. That's good. We can ask questions.
And eventually we saw a dog and we're like, cool, a dog. A dog means people, like, or maybe this is just a stray dog. It's gonna eat us. Either or, you know? But that dog was with a group of girls and they were having the best time hiking, stoned out of their mind, you know? And we were like, hey, where does this trail lead to? And they were like, oh, it leads to this bridge. And we're like, okay, bridge, yes, cool, finally.
Hi, I have a question. Where does this trail lead to exactly? Like,
Okay,
to the
so
entrance?
there's like stairs. Is that where you guys went?
No. we
Okay,
won't do that.
so there's like stairs and it just takes you to this like street down here. And then you can
okay.
go walk on the bridge. If
Oh,
you want.
okay,
Yeah, it's
then.
really close.
Okay, thank you. And then we died.
And so we went down the stairs and we found the bridge, and then as we were walking, my hands started feeling clammy and my heart started racing, and I just remember like getting really like shaky. Like, why am I having a panic attack? And I was like, holy shit, I think it's being on this bridge with oncoming traffic. And I was like, Beth? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, can I hold your hand? And she was like, yes. And I was like, you're so sweet. And so I was like scared. I was honestly really scared. But eventually we got to the other side and I felt so much more relaxed. So then I was like, oh cool. So, something else to be afraid of. So we tried to call an Uber driver, but we were like, you know, let's go to like the bottom street, you know? And so we went to the bottom street, and all of the Uber and Lyft drivers were like 30 minutes away. So that lady was not kidding when she said that there were no Uber drivers around here. And I was like, man, like I started losing hope. I was like, we're not gonna make it back on time. Our train leaves at 6:50. By the time we got to the bottom of the bridge, it was 5:55 p.m. I kept thinking, our train leaves at 6:50. It takes 30 minutes to get to Union Station, and all the Uber drivers were 30 minutes away. So it would have taken an hour. It's already 5:55. Our train leaves at 6:50. We ended up sitting at the bottom of this hill trying to contact Uber drivers, but we kept canceling them because they kept canceling on us because we were in the middle of fucking nowhere. My phone was at 10%, Bev's was at 5%, and we had no chargers on us. Eventually, we got a hold of this Lyft driver who was 15 minutes away. As we were waiting for him up at the top, my phone was like dying. At this point, it's like at 7%, and then I was like, okay, like my phone's about to die. Like Bev was like, okay, you know what? Let me try checking on my phone. And she realized, fuck, where is my phone? And then we were like, no. To top it all off, it wasn't even her phone. It was her stepdad's phone that her mom let her use because her phone wasn't working. She went to go down and look for it, and she probably took like 10 minutes, and our Uber driver was like 5 minutes away. So she came back and she was like, I couldn't find it, dude. And she was like freaking out. She was like about to cry. And I was like, no, this will not happen, because if this happens, it will, I know for sure, like it would have like just like bumped her out for the whole trip. Like that's it, there's no coming back from that. And then so I was like, you stay up here, watch our stuff. I'm determined to find like your phone. And I remember that as we were walking up the hill, there was this lady that was like looking at us suspiciously. So then I was like, hey, you lady, you with the suspicious ass eyes. I'm just kidding, no, I'm just kidding, no. I did not say that. I was like, excuse me, ma'am, my friend lost her phone, have you seen it? She was like, what kind of phone was it? And then I was like, an iPhone. She was like, it's gone now. I was like, I don't appreciate your pessimistic view online. And so I was determined though. So I went down. I saw this group of guys who were there, looking at this other guy, like, watch his phone. Can you see Lucy? Lucy! No! And so the worst case scenario, I was gonna go down there and like confront them, because I thought that they had the phone, but then I saw that the phone was at the bottom of the hill still, so I was like, yes! So I grabbed the phone and I waved Bev from the top of the hill. I'm like, Bev, I have your phone! And then so she was like, yes! And I ran back, and right when I got there, the Lyft driver came, and then so I was like, yes, this could actually happen. So the Lyft driver came, and it was 6:30 p.m. Our train leaves at 6:50 p.m. So we're like, fuck, we gotta make it there, and it takes 30 minutes to get to Union Station. And we were talking to ourselves like if our Lyft driver drives really fast and there's no traffic, we could probably make it there. And he kind of overheard us, and he was like, are you guys late for something? We're like, yes, our train, it leaves at 6:50 p.m. And he was like, oh shit, well, I'll try to break as many laws as possible. Unfortunately, we were stuck behind the slowest car on earth, and it was only one lane. You could tell that he was trying his best to get us there on time. And by the time we got there, it was 6:47 p.m. It was 6:47 p.m. He stopped the car, we jumped out, we fucking booked it. We ran to the front desk. It was 6:48 p.m. Our train leaves at 6:50 p.m. We got to the counter, and we got in line, first of all. So it was 6:49 p.m. and we told the guy, this is our train, please tell us it's still here. He's like, oh, this train has been delayed for 20 minutes. At that point, I was still shaking, you know, nerves. Bev was having an asthma attack, so she had her inhaler. She offered me her inhaler, didn't do it right, made me shake even more. That was the scariest thing that ever happened to us, because if we would have missed this train, I would have missed my tattoo appointment, would have missed our flight, which we would have had to buy new tickets to go back home, because there was no way that we would have been able to afford a ticket going to San Francisco. Bev had no money at that point. It was just me, and I only had enough for like, not even for both of us. At the end of the day, we made it to our train in time. Right now, luckily for you guys, we recorded after all this happened. So stay tuned for the next couple seconds, and you're gonna see Bev freaking out.
Alright, so we literally almost missed our train.
By
fucking lost.
how many minutes, dude? We have?
By 1 minute, literally, like 1 minute. Like we were shitting bricks. Like, okay, before that we were like, we were trying to go to the forest park. We ended up getting lost, and we were in this private area, and we were thinking of going up this trail. We were like, no, fuck it. And so we were going back down, but then the same Uber driver that we saw twice was like, you girls need a ride to go back down. We were like, shit, like this is so embarrassing. We were like, oh no, it's okay. She's like, no, come inside. And so we went inside, and then we went all the way down, and then we're like, okay, we think the trail, like, I don't know what we were thinking about. Like, we literally took a chance to try to find the park, but we obviously got lost, and then we ended up finding these hikers who were really fucking high, and like we were like, where does this trail go? And they're like, oh, to these stairs, and we're like, okay, that sounds good enough. And so we went downstairs, we didn't see the fucking park, we went on the fucking bridge. Tania found out she has a phobia of like traffic, and like she was panicking, trying to calm her down. We ended up going in the bottom of the bridge, but I really had to pee. Like at that point, I wish I had like 2 bladders, and then I ended up doing something illegal, like peeing in a public park. And then we were looking at the time, and we're like, oh, we're fine. And to top it off, our Uber driver was like, I hope you girls find a ride back to the Union Station, because Uber drivers and Lyft drivers are never around here. And we're like, maybe she's on top. Little do we know she was fucking right. And then we like literally canceled, I think, like 3 Uber and Lyft drivers. Probably made them really mad, but we don't care, because they were literally like 29 minutes away. And we found this guy, bless his soul. He like came, he's like, and I think he could tell that we were like in a state of panic. He was like, you girls are like late for something? We're like, yeah. for like the train, and he was like, oh, what time does it leave? Or like at 6:50. He's like, oh shoot. And so like we freaking he's like, I'm gonna break all these traffic laws, and in my head I was like, yes, please. But then there was this fucking car, this fucking driver, he was driving so slow, like literally there was like 2 mile, like 3 mile gap like ahead of that driver. The point is, like, we made it here on time, we were freaking shaking like I had asthma attack. And Tanya like was like shaking like a chihuahua. And the worst part is, well, a good part for Tanya. So here's our donut. Yes. Okay. So Tanya's donut looks perfectly fine. It's beautiful. Look at it. Look at that. It looks like diabetes on a bread. And then here's mine. It's a very unhappy donut. What is this supposed to be? But it's okay. Oh, and top it off, I almost lost my phone. Bless this child right here. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. I love her. But the good part is that the train is on a delay, and who would have known? And we're going back to Seattle, and then tomorrow we're going all the way to Oakland. Wish us luck. Come on, you can't tell me that someone did not overdose specifically in that corner. What is that? We're gonna tell you what exactly happened.
The day our luck ran out.
And why we're here at a Motel 6 in the middle of nowhere.